Welcome to the Plain White Toast Podcast. There is a notable and noticeable absentee today, and that is our captain, the person who steers the ship. He's gone.
We're now a rudderless ship right now.
Yeah, we're on a
coasting.
path to an iceberg.
Yep, we're fucked.
But that's all right. We continue, and we await his return.
I think they call it in sports, like, isn't it next man up?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
this
next man up.
supposed to be? Yep, next man up.
Well, see,
But
you remember what?
Man, but...
you remember what? You watched the Jazz game last night, didn't you? I have to ask you.
I paid attention to it, but see, we can't actually watch it now because you have to get Comcast to watch it.
Dude, that is something else. That's interesting that you bring that up, brother, because dude, the NBA is got itself a big problem now, and it's how its fans can watch its shows.
It's 2022. It's 2022, and like the fact that you can't do individual streaming options is like, how the fuck does this happen? It baffles me. Like, you have to pay $200 a month with Comcast to get the rights to watch a Jazz game. Like that's
like, if you have good credit.
Yeah,
I don't have. You show up there, you're gonna need a co-signer to watch a Jazz game.
Yeah, I don't know if I get anyone to co-sign with me on that shit.
Look, this guy can vouch for me, dude. You know.
Fine. Yeah,
it is ridiculous.
It's 2022. Like, if you would have asked me 20 years ago, I'd be like, dude, you could just get like a hologram picture of the shit. We still the same shit, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cody, like, I'm not really sure about this, but is there a team out there? This is an obscure question, but is there a team in the NBA? Do you think, or do you know that has better streaming situations? You could watch them on an app or something like that, or is it just across the board?
I don't think so. Like, there's nothing I can think of. I think a lot of it is like it's leverage from the bigger companies. Like Comcast is going to go. Like we're not going to allow that. I think that's the crux of the issue is that they have such a stranglehold on the market to be able to watch that stuff. It's going to come over time. I imagine where it's going to be. I mean, you're basically inviting piracy. Oh hell yeah! What are we drinking there, Jake?
Okay. Glad you mentioned. I've got coffee in my Conan cup.
You got, UTI protection with a cranberry.
Yeah. You got to protect the UTI. But yeah. Anyways, it's unfortunate he can't be with us. A couple of our topics, they're fireball topics, but we're gonna have to douse them in water tonight.
It'll be a fun exercise of ad-libbing. We'll see how we do, you know? Absolutely. We'll either fucking be awesome or it's going to tank, and I'm excited to see how this shit works out.
Yeah, either way.
I'm going to get drunk while we do it, and we'll have a good time, you know?
That bottle looks very big, and can you describe what that is?
It's a spiral jetty.
Oh, you know what's great? Here, let me tell you this, Cody. Let me tell you, before you explain that, pull the bottle up again. Because it blurs it out like we don't want to get.
That's
it's
wonderful. It's like a Japanese porn. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
No, I think it's great.
So what happens if I whip my dick out? Will it blur it out?
Yeah, it better. It better.
It better. Yeah. It's too small anyway. So.
Well, that's great. And I must say that. Before we got started here, I watched a movie. I've been watching a movie on YouTube TV here, so I'm getting 10-minute commercials in between. But
those are fun. The same ones too.
Yeah, the same ones. Do you have erectile dysfunction? You know, and think about this. Erectile dysfunction. I thought about this just 10 minutes ago. You know what? How many cases of erectile dysfunction are misdiagnosed because they just don't have a very good-looking partner?
Like, it's not you, sweetie. It's my penis.
But it is you.
I seen something that was kind of fucked up with that too. Is so like I was reading this thing about hair growth because
Oh
balding and
yeah.
whatnot, right? And one of the main side effects from the reality is if I want to grow my hair back, it's mainly like I want the ladies to be like, oh, look at them with this full head of hair. But
Yeah.
it causes ED. Like how much of a fucking bad shitty trade off is that? Like you get your
Yeah.
hair back for your dick not at work. you know?
It's almost like that Hansel and Gretel being like, well, you can see all the breadcrumbs now, but they're not going to lead you to home.
Yeah.
Fuck. So, anyways, I'm watching a show that I've never watched before. You may, I know how you're going to react to this. But the show that I've never seen before that I
Is it Harry
started,
Potter?
no, but yes, that's a. By the way, Harry Potter is a movie that I took my sister to a long time ago. Fell asleep in the theater. I did.
Oh,
Have you ever fallen asleep in the theater?
twice. Yeah.
What movies? What movies? What movies?
So me and Ryan got fucking. Well, I got hammered, and he wanted to go watch. I think it was Casino Royale, the fucking Bond movie, and they had the luxury seating. Yeah, and shit with the leather couches and stuff like that. It's
Oh.
halfway through the movie, and I'm sawing logs. And I got hammered before, and he just like, you want to go watch a movie? I'm like, fuck it, let's go. And I passed out, and I'm just.
The whole movie?
Yeah, I just woke up at the end like, what happened? Like,
Where the fuck am I?
why am I on this couch? Look at this couch.
What's the other one?
Alexander. It was right after Troy with Brad Pitt and all that.
Troy.
They're
And
trying to
now I know
capitalize.
Alexander. Who was in it? What guy was in it? Well, you don't remember. You were sleeping.
It was it had two big name as actor and actress. It was fucking Colin Farrell and
Colin Farrell.
It
Jolie?
Was
Was it Jolie?
It was she's the one that's dating that senator.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know.
She's like what is I can't remember her name, but
Well,
she's a big
whatever.
name actress. But it was a terrible fucking movie. It was long and no action. Like,
well, look, the Troy. I remember trying to watch Troy, and I like Brad Pitt.
I like Troy. It was alright, but at least it wasn't like War and Peace and nothing like that. But at least it fucking at least it had action shots where you're like, fuck yeah, I'm entertained.
Yeah.
Not everything's got to be like amazing epics. Like Transformers, like you just want to be entertained.
So
I have no
here's
beef with
something.
Transformers.
I just made a connection here, and I want to run this by you. So, the superhero situation, the craze, right? It's a little too much, too much fucking shit. I say if you go back to that era, the Troy era, Alexander era, there were too many war movies. Too many like those types of movies, the Gladiators, and they went off on that a little too. Now, that's just a smaller version of because I mean the superhero thing is just out of control. But I think it's very similar if you look at it. They take an idea and then they make it a horrible idea by doing too many movies about it.
No pun intended, but they kind of have like they spin a web like a Spider-Man. I'm trying to interconnect all these different movies together, and it gets convoluted. And I like those Marvel. I enjoy the Marvel movies, but I do think they're kind of hokey, and I do think it gets to a point of like it's getting so far out of like left field with all of it that it's at some point there's going to be a fall off, like because. But I say that, but Spider-Man, I mean, during a pandemic, grossed $1 billion. Like, so it's like, does it have end in sight?
Yeah. And here's the thing, dude. And I've told you this before, but if people would just look at it from a like a business standpoint, where you pitch a movie to investors and you go, look, we've already had Spider-Man 1 through 7, and they all made money. And so Spider-Man 8 is at least going to give you your money back and some. They're going to be more.
It's a guarantee. It's a guaranteed cash grab. Like,
yes,
if you're a producer, going like, of course, I'll make 15 of them. It makes you a fucking billion every time. Like, totally. This way it goes.
So here's a question for you. I want you to name me a movie that you haven't seen that everybody's seen.
Probably Saving Private Ryan.
Whoa! Dude! Oh my goodness! Are you not a war guy?
No, I am. Like, there's like a thing when you turn 35 that you have to be like a World War II historian and like smoking meat. You have to smoke meats. That's I've transitioned. I'm 37. I can smoke a pork butt and I can tell you fascinating details about World War II.
Let me ask you this: do you have antacid in your car?
No, I do have zinc.
Okay. All right. You should be able to go to the liquor store, by the way. And if you don't have your ID, you should be able to pull out of your pocket some antacid and get your booze.
Motherfucker, I got Xantex.
There you go. Like, that shows your age.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
So I was at the liquor store today, picking up my.
I was too.
Yeah, so were you. But I was picking up my pallet of tequila. While there was a man that was almost too old to walk. Okay, I swear to you, it's a true story. It just happened today. Almost too old to walk, and when I enter, I noticed first of all we had the mask mandate today. So day one. So I walk in and I got my mask on. Everybody's got their masks on. I noticed except for this old guy. He's like, fuck it. He's like 80 something. And he's like, no mask. He's at the counter.
Fuck it. At that point, like, what? Who fuck? At that point, anything could kill you. Like,
you sneeze on him, no matter what you have. If you're clean as a whistle, you could kill him.
He might as well have advanced AIDS at that point. When you're like 80, like, fucking common cold will fucking put you in the fucking dirt.
So I noticed that he doesn't have a mask on, but that wasn't the end of it, dude. Because I walk in there. And he is arguing with this lady because the lady wants an ID.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, the lady wanted
I've noticed, though, they do that. They want to see if it's expired, too, because the law says, like, it's age and you can't have your ID expired, which is like, well, the ID isn't, like, doesn't know. If it expires, does it nullify him set 37? Like, because I'll take that. I'll let that fucker expire. I'll be 2. Like,
yeah, perfect. That's the way to cut your age down. But I tell you what, dude,
I refuse to accept it at that point, right?
Well,
anyway, sorry.
No. I'm just saying, like I just we've lost. But I get I get it from the clerk's perspective too. Like someone's told her, someone's told her that if you ID every motherfucker, then you that way you can say, look, I ID everybody. I don't care if you look old or you don't look old. You get ID'd. Bring your ID. I get that. But with the like crotchety old Mr. fucking Crotchet, I don't know.
If it's Mr. Magoo, you can sell him a fucking bottle of vodka. You know, he's clearly old. That's what bugs. Like, the letter of the law bugs me because it's like the law says that you have to be over 21 to buy alcohol. Does the law state that you have to have a functioning ID to get? You know what I mean? Like, it's age certified. Like, if I am over the age of 21. I know there's bylaws saying that they can't sell to expired licenses, which is why would that fucking matter? But obviously he's clearly over the age of 21.
So here's a question, just out of this.
This is like Jackass. What if it's Jackass? What if they were just fucking like 17-year-olds that went through that?
Hollywood makeup crew. It's a 4-year-old.
I got the vodka.
No, look, okay, so here's another question I got, dude, because you get old and you get to a point where you can't drive anymore. We're going to both get there. I've seen you drive.
It's there right now, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you drive.
No. It's not pretty, especially at night. If it's at night raining, like, you better put your fucking seatbelt on because it's going to be scary.
Put your safety harness.
Yeah.
Engage it. So here's the question, though. is that once you get to a certain age, and you can't get a driver's license anymore. You don't have a driver's license to take to the liquor store to get your booze. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get an ID, but that seems like a lot of trouble just to get drunk as an old elderly person, right?
You served your time. Why do you like? You're obviously over the age of 21. Why the fuck would it matter? Like, I don't know. It's silly.
Absolutely. So I got to tell you, because my heart sunk a little, I just got a text message that says I got cut from the commercial that I was supposed to do on Monday.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
After the scout today, they cut 2 of our drivers, and unfortunately, Matt, that means you're out. Damn it, I'm very sorry, my friend.
But did you bumped up though too, or now you're in that?
Well, I'm in the top group, so God damn it. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
But you were expecting to be off for a few months anyhow, right? And now, now you have an influx where you can start working consistently. So
I wish I could go back in time because, dude, I'd be smoking weed this whole time.
yeah, if I would have known that, fucking
yeah, here I am staying ready. You know, I could be smoking weed. Because isn't weed just? I mean, are you a big weed smoker?
No, used to be when I was younger, but nowadays it's mainly because my job. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Like they can drug test me at any minute. With like heavy machinery, it's like some weird shit can happen at any time that I'm not.
Absolutely.
It's not. If you're 24 and you get fired for failing a fucking drug test, it's acceptable. When you're 37 and fail,
yeah, true.
I just
that's a harsher reality.
I sound overly judgmental on that because let people have things, you know. But for my mindset, that's where I'm at. Going like, I'm not going to lose my job because of smoking pot.
That's embarrassing.
I would probably a lot more.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So, look, Cody, what do you think on this? Let's take a short commercial break. We're back on. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Segment 2.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the commercials.
I don't have a nice Conan mug, but I got my
yeah. Whoa, you're on beer 2.
Yes, beer 2.
Well, let me tell you. So I wanted to get into this earlier, but now's the perfect time. So we're a couple of straight guys, me and you.
Yeah.
And I wanted this next segment to be 2 straight guys give their Mount Rushmore of handsome movie stars.
Oh, okay. Like, okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, absolutely, we could do that. Okay, because let me tell you, I'm just gonna get going. This could be, I could be. What is the when you're influenced by the present time too much? There's a theory or something. Yeah. Whatever it is, look, I think after watching Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze, what a good-looking man that was, Patrick Swayze.
You know, I don't think there's anything that needs to be a more appropriated term too. Like, what's wrong with celebrating another dude's handsomeness? You know, like Patrick Swayze in Ghost, fucking handsome as shit, dude.
He's handsome as shit, and I would challenge anybody to find a better-looking mullet out there. He had a great mullet, especially in Roadhouse. I mean, it was
that time and place,
flowing down.
Chicks probably got fucking leaking over that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That hair.
That's what I heard he died of. Too much sex.
Had a heart attack. All that fucking got him.
No, what a great actor. A handsome man. I would go second. Since I've already got I'm already chiseling my Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna go. You know what? You can't have a Mount Rushmore of handsome movie stars without Brad Pitt.
Say he's pretty much a lock stock.
He's a lock on it. Yeah, he's a lock on it. But then I'm going, okay, there's another one that's just like, okay, these are pretty obvious. George Clooney's going to be my next one.
Another lock. Yeah.
Yeah, another lock. But here's the wild card, because there's not a lock after those two. Those three. So I'm going to go, let's see, handsome man. I didn't even know we were going to talk about this. But let's see. I think a handsome fella is, you know what? We need some diversity in my Rushmore. Yeah.
I think you're going to go Denzel here. You're going to go with Denzel?
Yeah, no, but good one.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go with Antonio Banderas.
Ooh, not a bad pick.
Back in his day, think about
any romance novel, and he's pretty much, you could fucking copy and paste his body on that shit.
Basically, he's Enrique Iglesias, but an actor.
Yeah, okay.
All right, your turn, my friend.
Side tangent on this one. One thing that always bugged me was I dated this girl in my early 20s, and what her idea of like about an attractive male. I was trying to look at my phone. I was trying not to be distractive here, but who's that fucking dude from Reservoir Dogs?
Are we talking about Ray Liotta?
No, he's not Steve Buscemi.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like,
he is famous for being ugly.
Yeah, like he's like that fucking. He's like a fucking chihuahua you put out there. Like he's like, look at him. He's fucking. I remember she thought he was fucking hot, and I'm sitting there going like, well, do you fucking think he's hot? What the fuck does that make me?
Yeah. See, that's the problem, Cody. Is that women don't even look at it the same way we do. She sees a sweetness in there somewhere, and that's what she's attracted to. Look at that sweet little Buscemi,
sad sack of shit. Like, and I hate to say that because I love Steve Buscemi. He's great dude, great actor, like all things around. But like,
he's an honorable mention on America's on an American treasure. I don't think he's quite an American. Maybe he's an American treasure for building a lot of faces.
He's close. But I would say if there's an anti-Rushmore of like unattractive people, he might be on that list.
Yep.
Maybe that's the next fucking list.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's my turn. Anyway, that's my side tangent. I was stuck on stupid for a second. I can't remember this fucking dude's name. So anyway, but Steve Buscemi, like that, I just remember that irk in them. It was like a Seinfeld moment for me, going like, "What the fuck? You think he's fucking hot?" Like, so am I classified as a Steve Buscemi? Because I don't want that associated with me.
No. If someone said you act as well as Steve Buscemi, you're such a good actor, you're like Steve Buscemi, then you go, what an honor.
Yeah, but like, he's a step above fucking Ron Howard's brother. Dude. Like,
you know what? While we're making this attractive Mount Rushmore, we're also making the unattractive Mount Rushmore, because that's another one on there.
There's two.
Yep.
I guess my Mount Rushmore. You named two already, so we'll get two clear cuts out of the way. So Brad Pitt, and Clooney. They've turned down pussy better than I've ever even seen. Yeah. So
Me too.
There's that. Dare I say Donald Trump?
I've heard he's the best, most attractive, and people are talking about him. People are telling me he's the most
huge.
attractive.
Oh, I don't know if I want to get creative with these last two. I would say DiCaprio was on there.
Ooh. He's got great hair. Let me tell you. Remember back in what was the show that he was in? The sitcom?
I'm always envious of his fucking hair, dude. Like, as a person with no hair, that dude can just do whatever the fuck he wants with it. Like, and that guy, it kind of bugs me too with people with hair not being appreciative. And I know you have hair, Gary. You've got great hair, but
no, I don't.
Fantastic. Like, There's
No.
people out there that go like don't really appreciate what having hair means, and they just fuck it up. Like for someone who doesn't have hair, it's like, dude, what the fuck, dude? You can do so much more with that. And you do this, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we're treated differently than you guys. That's for sure.
What I hate about that is like, you look at it as like, okay, you got to be like 6 feet tall or like have hair. Like, you think I can choose my hair? I have no choice in the fucking matter. If I could have hair, I'd have hair. But there comes a moment going like, you have to accept it. From my lineage, I'm 37. I shaved my head like, you know, I had hair the longest of any of my 5 brothers. Like, so I got that going for me. I mean, Ryan and Justin were fucking born bald.
Born bald.
Have you seen the fucking what's that fucking Jack Black's band?
Yeah, Tenacious D.
That movie they made.
No, they made a movie. Tenacious D made a movie.
Tenacious D in the Ring of Destiny. They have a
Oh.
scene in there. Terrible movie. There's a scene with the other guy. That's not Jack Black.
Yeah, the other guy.
The other guy, and Todd or whatever the fuck his name is. Seems like a Todd. But it's hilarious, dude. Like, so he's born. Well, I was like, all babies are bald, but when they show him as a baby and he's got the horseshoe going on,
Yeah.
it's one of the most underrated comedy moments I've ever. Like, it's fucking funny as shit. Like, of course, babies are bald, but the way they broadcast it, he's born with a horseshoe fucking bald, like, and he's just permanently bald like that. But,
you know what? And that makes me think too, dude, is that I was YouTube searching the other day, and I was, my mind was racing, and I thought I remember that High Fidelity. Remember Jack Black and High Fidelity? Of course, right? Well,
he's perfect in that role too.
Oh God, that was his first role, and he talked about how he didn't want to take it because he was in this band, and John Cusack saw him and thought he was funny and thought he should be in the movie, but he didn't want to be this like this yuppie record store employee that was looked down on music and was an expert in music because he thought that was a weird thing for him. But then obviously he decided to because it was he realized it was the opportunity of his life. But but the reason I bring this up is because the one of the end scenes in the climax of that movie is Jack Black singing "Let's Get It On." Oh, what a tremendous rendition of "Let's Get It On."
That's rug fucking music right there.
Oh.
You can just whip that rug out, get the fucking candle lit fire.
Very good.
That's
so is Jack Black? Is Jack Black on your Mount Rushmore of handsome man?
For all the fucking chubby guys out there, you should get a fucking nod. I felt like a diversity thing too, and I felt you went Antonio Banderas. I'm gonna go Denzel.
Nicely done.
Denzel's a very, very handsome man.
He's a handsome man, and he's always just been handsome.
But one thing I'll give, all 4 of those guys are about over 50 or close to 50.
Yeah.
They've all aged fantastically. Like,
absolutely.
So notice not one of those guys. So we had a possibility of 8 choices.
Yeah.
And not one guy was in their 30s or 20s. Like,
yeah.
So does that give us hope?
Yes, it does. It does. Distinguished, my friend. No one's described a woman ever as distinguished, and maybe we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but I'm saying distinguished. See, handsome, older man is what Webster's defines it. Yeah, Webster's defines it.
Fact.
All right. Well, we got that done. And I think that's about the time we have. It was nice chatting with you. This was great. We had wonderful beverages, wonderful conversation, and we need a captain to steer this ship next time. So, Gambino, if you can hear us, come back. Come on.
All right. Well, hey, it was good talking with you.
You too, my man. And next time, we're loaded with topics. We're loaded with entertainment. and other things too. Cody, I love you, brother. Until next time, my man.
All right, man. You take it easy.